Hi guys, welcome to my channel and to my Back to Beauty No Buy year. This year I am concentrating on using my makeup and not buying any. Today's video is my January no buy check-in, and this month I did not break my no buy. So if you're new to my channel, every month at the end of the month I check in with you and let you know how my no buy went. This month again I was not tempted to break my no buy. I do continue to go to stores and look online, as well as checking out the makeup section in any store that I might frequent, and I just wasn't tempted. Every time I saw something that I was like, ooh, that's pretty, I thought, again, is it worth it to me to break my no buy to acquire this product? And again, the answer is no. There's nothing out there that I have seen yet that has even made me consider breaking my no buy. Of course, there are things that are attractive to me that I'm interested in, but I have everything that I could need. If I find something at the store that piques my interest, all I need to do is come home and dupe those products out of my collection, because I have everything that I could need in my collection. One thing I did go ahead and start this month that I think is helping me in my no buy is that I started a list called my 2020 wish list. 2020 as in like 2020 vision, as in seeing perfectly, and this list I am seeing perfectly into the future. So this list consists of products that I'm fairly certain I would like to purchase in the year of 2020 when my no buy is over. So I'm going to share this list with you quarterly, probably in this video, unless it is extensive or a long list. I might do a separate video for you guys, but I do have a few things on there. I do have one thing that was crossed off by way of a birthday gift from Angela, and that's what I'll continue to do. Each month as I'm adding things, I'll also be subtracting things that I no longer want, or things that I have acquired by way of a gift. I think that's going to help me a lot as I see new releases. I am still doing my Stash or Trash series where I talk about new releases and whether I would or would not purchase them. So as I find things that I would like to purchase, I will add them to the 2020 wish list and go from there. The other thing that came to mind yesterday was possibly starting a list of things I would have purchased had it not been my no buy year. For example, yesterday I was at Target and they finally had a small little display of Makeup Geek, which is really interesting. It's not something my Target generally carries, as well as they had a few of the Milani blushes there, which I wasn't really interested in. But I'm fairly certain had I not been on a no buy, I would have purchased one of the Makeup Geek palettes just to try it, just to try the formula, even though the shades were really kind of bland in my opinion. Some of them were all matte, a few of them had like half matte, half shimmer. They were quads, but I'm fairly certain I would have purchased one of those because I was excited that it was at my Target and because I wanted to try it and be able to speak on the palette and the formula on my channel. So that's one thing that I could add to the list. And I'm thinking if I start a list of things I would have purchased, that I know I would have purchased, and go through that and add things to the list throughout the year, I think it might be fun to see how much money potentially that I would have saved by being on my no buy year. I know I'm saving money already. I know there are things that I would have purchased already. One thing I would have purchased already would have been some kind of a bronzer, like a stick cream bronzer. I'm very curious. I'm starting to get into more cream products as I work on them through Shop My Stash and through panning projects. So let me know what you guys think about that idea down in the comments. I think it might be fun. We could check in maybe at the halfway mark of the year and see how much money I've saved. And then we could check in again at the end of the year and see how much money I saved during my no-buy year. I just thought it would be kind of fun. Another thing that I observed within myself this month is that I started to notice being afraid or being in a panic about using up certain products that I find to be absolute staples or favorites in my collection. Afraid of using them up and not being able to repurchase them because there are other products that I don't like as much in that category. For example, a couple of examples are my Fenty Gloss Bomb as well as my Milani Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumper. I do have a backup of this, but I go through these rather quickly because I use them throughout the day as a method of hydration, almost like a chapstick, but I also use them every day when I'm applying my face makeup and I want a lip prep. Something that's going to hydrate and plump my lips before I apply a lipstick or what have you. So, but I also have some other lip plumpers in this category that I'm not a fan of and that I know I cannot or will not use up in order to repurchase this. Another thing that strikes panic in my heart is using up my favorite lip liner. It's a super cheap $5 Jean Bleu lip liner that I got in a BoxyCharm, but I love this color. I feel like it is so versatile in terms of lining my lips for a myriad of different colors of lipsticks, liquid lipsticks, even lip glosses. So I find myself in that panic mode when using certain products, and I actually have noticed myself like pulling back from using certain products, knowing that I won't be able to repurchase them in my no-buy year. And what I really need to do is just break that mindset. If I use something up, I know I can find something that is comparable within my collection. I have a lot of lip glosses that could serve the same purpose as the Fenty one. Of course, they're not going to be my favorite like the Gloss Bomb, but they would work and they would get me through the year. So let me know if you guys have ever experienced that when you're on a no-buy or, you know, that kind of thing where you know that you can't repurchase something and it kind of strikes panic in your heart because you really, it's a favorite or it's a must-have or it's a staple in your collection, because I definitely observed that within myself this month, and I found it really interesting. And then another thing that I observed in myself this month is that I find that I am keeping myself in check in categories that are not within my no-buy. For example, clothes, jewelry, nail polish, things like that. I thought maybe these categories might become a problem for me, and it is within my no-buy rules that I can add categories to my no-buy if they become problem. For example, if I start buying 6 nail polishes a week or even a month, I would add nail polish to my no-buy because I'm trying to break that shopping behavior. I'm trying to break the mindset of having to purchase something for myself every time that I go to the store. But I have noticed within myself that I'm keeping myself in check. For example, nail polish. I found a taupey nail polish yesterday at Target and I really wanted it. It was really very beautiful, but honestly, what color are my nails? Yes, they're a little pinky, but they're also pretty taupey. So I was like, no, you do not need this $9 nail polish. It was an OPI polish and I put it back. Also, I was looking at clothes yesterday. I did pick up a couple of shirts. I love these little, they're from the brand A New Day. There went the light again. I love these little shirts from the brand A New Day at Target, and they're relatively inexpensive. They're about $8 for the t-shirts and $7 for the tanks that I like to wear underneath. And so they had a few new colors yesterday when I was in. I was there specifically to pick up another color of tank top, which I did. but there was a lot of new pretty colors that I was interested in, but I limited myself to 2, and I'm really happy that I did. So I found that to be an interesting observation this month, that through my no-buy of makeup and skincare, I am also keeping myself in check in the other categories that I thought might be a problem for me. So we'll see if that continues through the rest of my no-buy year. Lastly, I just want to mention a few things that I felt like helped me get through this month of my no-buy, and the first one is my Shop My Stash series. I believe I mentioned in my previous update that I was really enjoying the Shop My Stash series, but I'm continuing to love that series. I am really enjoying taking a handful of products. I don't do like an everyday makeup drawer where I pick something or several things from every category. I choose between 5 and 10 items. This month, Angela picked my products. Spoiler alert, you will see my Shop My Stash in a few days. But I'm just picking 5 to 10 items that I really want to get to know, I want to play with, I want to understand the product intimately. I'm just really enjoying that part of my channel and of my no-buy experience. Of course, lots of people shop their stash who aren't on no-buys, but for me, I felt like the focus on that handful of products along with the things that I'm panning really helped me to just enjoy what I have in my stash and not be thinking about acquiring new things because I'm playing with what I have. So I really felt like that helped me this month, and I bring it up as a suggestion to any of you who might be doing a low buy or a no buy. Even if you're not a creator or what have you, shop your stash, pick a few things for the month and really hone in on those products. Decide how you like to use them, what tools you might like to use it with. Can you combine any of the products within your stash to create a new or interesting, look combination, what have you, like mixing blushes or mixing highlighters, or finding a perfect lip liner that's already in your collection for a favorite lipstick that you shopped your stash for. I think these kind of things really help keep us busy within our makeup collections and not thinking about shopping or acquiring new things. The next thing that has been really helping me this month, and I'm continuing to be very excited about, is my Pan That palette. Jacqueline here, she's keeping me very inspired this month. The look that I have on today is number 14 from in terms of looks that I've created this month with my Pan That palette. It's just really exciting. It's fun to be able to use a palette so much because I'm not shopping for or acquiring new palettes. I can really hone in, find favorite looks. I mean, I don't know that I ever would have thought to combine pink and rust orange together, but I love this look. Like, I am feeling myself today, and Pan That palette has just really helped me through this month. I feel like I am killing it. You guys are gonna see my update in a few days. But that's really helped me through the month. Of course, I've used other things as well, but I have been really pumped to use my Pan That palette this month. I hope that continues, and I think it will. The next thing that I've done this month that has really helped me through the month and not shopping for makeup is duping products, both on camera and off camera. I did a collaboration with Gimme Lip and More, Valerie. I will link her channel below, as well as I will link that video up in the cards. We duped the new Viseart Koi palette. I felt like we both did a really good job, and that's not the only palette that I have duped this month. I have duped other things within my collection. I've seen looks created with other palettes and then gone to my collection to find similar colors to recreate those looks. And I think duping has got to be one of the most fantastic tools for not shopping for makeup. I mean, even if you have to mix things, it would be totally fine. Say you want this green, like a mossy, dusty green. You could create that by mixing two shadows together. You just have to try it out. So I highly recommend duping things. Let me know in the comments below if there's any new releases that you'd like to see me dupe next, specifically palettes. If there's a palette that you've seen that you want to see me dupe out, I would happily do that for you guys. And then the last thing that really helped me through this month of my no-buy was collection week. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the nooks and crannies of my collection, as well as my skincare and my vanity tour and storage. And it kept me busy. I felt refreshed and excited as I was pulling out category by category. I'm like, yes, I love this blush. Oh, I haven't used this forever. Lippies, swatching. I swatched all like 98 of my lip products this month, and as I swatched them, I was like, yeah, I haven't used this for a while. I forgot. I love this product. What have you? And that really helped refresh my excitement for my collection. I've now been reaching for things that are different from things that I normally reach for because I pulled them out, I swatched them, I took pictures of them, and created videos for you guys. So that was really helpful in my no-buy experience for this month. The only tiny twinge of regret that I had this month, again, happened yesterday. My daughter and I went to Target, as I mentioned, and we did go to the makeup section. She enjoys looking at makeup as much as I do, but yesterday was a different thing. Just about every brand was like on clearance, like huge mass quantities of clearance. And it wasn't the clearance that tempted me, it was the thought of all of the beautiful new things that will be coming into the drugstore very soon. I think the spring releases are what they're going to be putting out. They're going to be resetting displays, and I know very soon in a trip to Target I'm going to see all of those beautiful new things. So how I plan to counteract that temptation when I do see those new things is, again, things that I've mentioned here. Duping things out, digging into my collection, looking for things that are similar or have the same vibes as the products that are coming out on the market. I have everything that I could need. So I just have to be a smart consumer and come home and try and find some of those new releases within my collection, even if I have to fashion them by mixing or what have you. So that is my update for this month. I'm still feeling very good. I am succeeding in my no-buy. I will continue to succeed in my no-buy, and I will continue to update you on my no-buy every month. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope all of your makeup days are absolutely stunning makeup days, and I will see you in my next video soon.